Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so these are the New Year's predictions for Leo, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box in the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Okay, so Leo. To start, we're going to be talking about your transits of the 4 slower moving planets. So these are Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. And we're also going to be talking about your tarot. We're going to be pulling 5 cards. The first card is going to be for January, February, March. Second card will be for April, May, June. Third card will be for July, August, and September. And the fourth card for October, November, December. And the fifth card is going to be the overall energy of that year and the potential outcome. After that, we're going to pull 2 different oracle messages with the Kipper Oracle spread and clarify with the teacup oracles. Okay, so Leo. Let's talk about Jupiter first. So Jupiter is going to be in Taurus. That's going to be up until mid-May. So Taurus is your 10th house. And Jupiter rules your 5th house and your 8th house. Okay. So this clearly shows there's been or there will be by the middle of May a transformation in your career. Possibly a change of job, a promotion, possibly even a demotion, depending on each individual's chart. But these kinds of things would have taken place. There could have been education that you've gotten on behalf of your career. Now, for some of you, karma with children may have come into play. Now, that could have been, maybe some of you had kids. Maybe others of you, started teaching in some way. But these are kinds of things that we could see with this. Okay. Now, let's talk about Jupiter's move into Gemini. So Jupiter will be moving into Gemini. That will be from mid-May through the rest of the year. Now, Gemini is your 11th house. And Jupiter still ruling the 5th and 8th house. So what this is going to show is major gains. Jupiter protects and expands. So here you can definitely see big gains. Now, especially through stock market speculation, those avenues in particular can definitely show significant gains. Especially with Jupiter aspecting the 5th house of speculation through stock market, gambling, business. Now, I'm not looking at individuals' charts here, so I can't see for sure if you have the yogas or combinations to make money through gambling, through the stock market. So, I am not a legal fiduciary. Make your financial decisions wisely. Use your head. Don't overextend yourself. Those kinds of things. Okay. But we also see that there can be a sudden gain through an inheritance. That could take place as well, with the 8th Lord being in the 11th house. There can also be a sudden change, transformation of your network circle that takes place, with the 8th Lord being in the 11th house. There may be a sudden change that takes place with your elder siblings, your paternal aunts and uncles. You could have your elder siblings, paternal aunts and uncles, friends that get into the occult. Because the 8th Lord in the 11th house. Maybe they start becoming more interested in astrology and tarot. These kinds of things. Now, let's see. Also, you may have elder siblings, paternal aunts and uncles, or friends that, there could be at least one of them that may need a surgery. And Jupiter is trying to protect them if that's the case. Okay, now let's talk about Saturn. So Saturn is your 6th and 7th Lord. Now, Saturn, up until the end of March, is going to be in your 7th house in Aquarius. So, for those of you that are in relationships, there's been difficulty there for sure. With Saturn being there as the 6th and 7th Lord, there's been, major issues. Maybe you've had your partner or spouse has been having health issues, or you've been having lots of conflict. This could even show divorce in some cases. So, relationships have been difficult with this transit. Now, Saturn's going to move into Pisces after this, from April through the rest of the year. So, Pisces is your 8th house. So here we see a few things. One, things are going to become more difficult with your in-laws if you are married or still married, hopefully. If it's a good marriage. So, we see things will be more restrictive with them. You're going to have to put in hard work to have a good relationship with them. Also, there can be a sudden change and transformation of your relationship, of your marriage, of your business. Whereas before, you may have had some difficulty in business, had to take on debt on behalf of a business. For like all last year, up until the end of March. But now with that 7th Lord being in the 8th house is the what is that? Joint assets through relationships and business. So, Saturn's showing you're going to have to work hard for those things, but that you can have, you can be making money through your business. You and your spouse can be making more money. Also, we see your spouse's relationship with, their family is going to be more strained during this time. But at the same time, they may be more involved with them because Saturn represents your spouse, but Saturn is also a malefic. So it'll be a little strained. Now, Saturn being your 6th Lord in the 8th house, this is a great thing. This shows that if you have health issues, you may need to get a surgery to resolve those health issues. But if you're having health issues, hopefully that surgery helps. Now, this can show health issues coming to an end. Now, like I said, that could be through a surgery, but it could just be in general. Here, there can be a transformation of your health, hopefully for the better. Especially because this would show more of a transformation of your health issues. Now, another thing we see is a pet may need a surgery. For some of you, that may be the case. But, on the positive front, here, 6th house is enemies. 8th house is death. Endings. So here, enemies go away. So that is a positive thing with this placement. Here, the 6th Lord of Debt is in the 8th house of sun ups and downs, transformation, endings. So, debt can transform. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully your debt suddenly goes away and comes to an end. But these kinds of things can take place. Okay. But one thing we do see is, now this would be more so for next year, like 2026, but there can be obstacles when it comes to like getting a tax return or even an inheritance. That's one of the negatives with this. Okay. Now, let's talk about Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu are, let's see, Rahu's in Pisces. Ketu is in Virgo. That'll be up until mid-May. Okay. So, with Ketu being in Virgo, Virgo is your second house. So you've had difficulty with family during this time. You may have even disconnected from family. You know, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally. That would have taken place. You have been making maybe not the greatest decisions when it comes to money. Because Ketu is headless. So you've been behaving headless with money. There could be past life karmic issues with money. But Ketu can even bring in, unexpected earnings being in the second house. But definitely, Ketu would have caused issues with family, for sure. Now, Rahu has been in your 8th house. So, you've been desiring, joint finances, desiring a tax return, desiring transformation, becoming obsessed about the occult, these kinds of things. But now, these are about to move, starting from mid-May onwards. But before that, Saturn and Rahu are going to be conjunct in that 8th house from April, very beginning of April, to mid-March. So that month and a half span is going to be very difficult when it comes to that 8th house. So there could be a surgery, there could be a very sudden issue, there could be a transformation, there could possibly be a death. Now that is a possibility, that is not a guarantee. I would have to see someone's individual chart, and even then, I don't care if it's a private reading, I am not predicting death for anyone. Okay. But there could also be something that comes up with joint finances, whether in business or, joint assets in a relationship. There could be some big issue with the in-laws that takes place. Okay. But then, Rahu and Ketu are going to move. Rahu's going to move into Aquarius, your 7th house. Ketu's going to move into your 1st house. So, Ketu in the 1st house. Before, you were just being headless when it came to finances. Now you're headless when it comes to everything. Congrats. Here you are going to be dealing with past life karma. Past life karma is now on your head. Because that's what Ketu is. So, this is going to be difficult. You're going to feel disconnected from yourself, from your own life. You're not going to be, as connected to the world around you. Now, that could be like having your head in the clouds. That could be just disinterested. Like, these kinds of things can take place with this. Now, this can also show a big transformation, though. Ketu co-rules Scorpio. So Ketu brings transformation. So Ketu can very much transform your body, transform your personality. Like, these kinds of things can take place. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be a eclipse taking place in the 1st house. In mid-March, I think, actually. Yeah, it's actually going to be before Ketu moves into the first house. Okay. But now let's talk about Rahu. Rahu is going to be in your 7th house. So, strong desire and obsession towards relationships, towards business. So, if you're not in business, you may want to do business. Whether you have the placements to actually achieve that or not. But 7th house is also fame. 7th house is the masses, all the people you meet on the world. You're going to want to interact more with other people. Or, a lot of people will want to interact with you. But there will be lots of dealings with lots of people. Now you have to be careful with that because Rahu can be deceptive. You may come across a lot of people that try to deceive you during that time. Now, relationships, same thing. Strong desire and obsession towards being in a relationship or with your partner. But there can be deception that takes place. Maybe you get with a partner that's no good for you. Maybe you get with a partner who has addiction issues. These kinds of things. Rahu can represent all of this. But at the same time, this could lead to being in a relationship. With Rahu being in the 7th house. Because you have that strong desire to get into a relationship. Now, that doesn't mean everyone who's a Leo person will get into a relationship. But it does strongly hint at that. Okay. Now, Leo, let's get into your tarot and see what's going on with that for for 2025. So let's see. January through March. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Sorry, these were kind of funny. Alright, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is learning. It's a student. It's also messages. Maybe some investment taking place in something in the material world. Now, what's interesting is January, February, March, you have the Page of Pentacles. Then, April, May, June, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So, you are ramping up in the material world with that Knight of Pentacles there. Now, it makes a lot of sense because that's when Jupiter is going to move from your 10th house into the 11th house of gain. You see how tarot often mirrors the astrology. Okay. Now, July, August, September, we have the Magician. You're manifesting something here. Subconsciously. Trying to bring something in. Okay. Not sure what. We'll see when I clarify. Now, the Queen of Wands for October, November, December. This could be a person you get into a relationship with, possibly. But this is passion. This is being bold, confident. If there's a person you're dealing with, they would have those qualities. And they would also be someone who's physically attractive. But some action may be being taken here at the end of the year. Now, overall energy / outcome, we have the Hermit. So, the Hermit is introspection, healing. It can show being alone. But the Hermit is also very spiritual. You do have Ketu. It's going to move into your first house. Ketu is the main significator of spirituality. So, we'll see what this is all about. Now, this could also be, that 6th Lord in the 8th house. A health issue coming to an end and healing. Okay. But let's see. Why the Page of Pentacles? Devil, Judgment, 7 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. You're showing me that there could be some kind of message. Something about a second chance or something. where it's very unhealthy. Could be bad for you. Okay. Now, I see you are uninterested in this. You want to block this out. Now, for others of you, this could be a work opportunity. This could be a work contract. And I see you making the decision to block it. You're going to reject that opportunity. Maybe your intuition's guiding you that there's something better out there. At the bottom of the deck, though, we have the Knight of Cups. This is some kind of emotional offer. So I am leaning that this is something tied to relationships. So this could be you reaching out to someone. This could be them reaching out to you. But I do see that this is not healthy. And someone's blocking it. Whether that be you or someone you're dealing with. Okay. Let's see the Knight of Pentacles. Got cards falling out. Okay. 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Over that King of Pentacles for April, May, June. Now remember what I said. April, the beginning of April to mid-May could be fairly difficult. Now, I see you stressing out, having a lot of anxiety, very conflicted or dealing with a conflict, and things being very difficult with that 10 of Wands. You're slowly trying to work through this, but it looks like it is difficult, for sure. Empress at the bottom of the deck. Looks like this is, Empress can be a mother figure, but you don't have transits showing anything going on with your mother. No, not significant, at least. Yeah, Ketu's going to be moving from your second house of family at that point. So I am inclined to think that this is a relationship with someone you truly value. So it could be that you're trying to work through a conflict with them. Could be you're trying to work through an ending with them. This could even be financial opportunities. The Empress can represent growth. But in these areas, I see things being very difficult, very stressful, and you just trying to work through it. Alright, why the Magician? Okay, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the World. Alright, so I see you manifesting, closing out a cycle. Bringing something to completion. Now, this could be with a person that you're holding on to. Wanting to remain in a relationship with them. That may be coming to an end. Now, this could be financial success and saving money. It could even be that. Like the World can be a card of success as well. The bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, though. I see you're very excited. July, August, and September. Okay. Looks pretty good overall. Let's see. Why this Queen of Wands, though? Emperor, the Star, the Lovers. Well, damn, Leo. Okay. So, you may be struggling in your love life at the beginning of the year, but it looks like things improve significantly towards the end of the year. Now, 7th Lord being in the 8th house, that can bring difficulty, that can bring a relationship to an end. But here, I'm seeing a very passionate relationship with someone you have a strong romantic soul connection with. I see an emotional wish being granted here. Or possibly even healing for some of you. That could be a possibility. But for the most part, I'm just seeing a wish-fulfilling relationship. Like 7th Lord in the 8th house, that can bring a sudden relationship. But we have the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, for most of you, this is going to be after you disconnect from someone. Now, if you've been disconnected from someone for a while, then you know that's the case. But yeah, I am seeing that there might be an age difference here. We have an Emperor to a Queen of Wands. So there could be a bit of an age difference. Alright, why the Hermit? For the overall energy / outcome. Okay. So, we have the Tower, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. So, I see you introspecting and healing for a lot of this year. Feeling like you've gone through a disaster, a big loss. But, I see something you're looking forward to. You're looking for that boat coming to shore. Could be that something sudden happens. Like I said, I see a relationship at the end of the year here. Whether healing a relationship or starting a brand new one. And I do see you're kind of excited for this. With that Page of Wands showing up again at the bottom of the deck. That Page of Wands, I'm getting as being tied to that Queen of Wands. Okay. Alright, so it looks like difficulties in relationships beginning of the year. But, like I said, I do see that changing. Okay. At the very least, healing from that. Okay. But let's see your oracle cards. What's going on there? Alright. Okay, poverty, despair, mature woman. Okay, so definitely feeling lost. Whether you are this mature woman or you're dealing with this woman. Could even be financial loss. Like I said, Ketu up until mid-May is going to be in that second house of finances. That can show separation from finances. Okay, also, second house is family. You could have disconnected with a family member, like an older sister or a mother figure. Now, this would be something that happened before mid-May, possibly even last year. Now, we also have concern, lovers and house. So, concerned about a strong romantic relationship and a home or a living situation. Now, I'm not seeing any big focus on a move. So, I'm getting this more so as a relationship overall. Alright, well, let's clarify. Why poverty? Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. And Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, so whether that's you or someone you were dealing with, they weren't thinking clearly. We'll just say that. Why despair? Ladder, climbing toward success. And harp, great happiness. Okay. So you're going to pull yourself out of this despair. I do see you overcoming that. And having happier times. Like I said, I definitely see the second half of this year being a lot better for you. Why mature woman? Younger man. Dealings or relationships. Or relationship with a younger man. And Quill, get back to the basics. Okay, I always get that Quill card as a card of communication. So, I'm getting something about a relationship between like a mother and son. Now, if you're, not a mother and you're a woman, that's obviously not for you. But in particular, there's somebody that needs to hear that who's a Leo. And, yeah, I do see you climbing out of this despair and having more happiness. Now, for those who are dealing with a romantic relationship where it's a younger man, older woman, then just know that there's going to be some communication there. And I do see it moving towards happiness. I don't know if that will be with them or not, but that's being highlighted. Okay. Why concern? Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay. So I definitely see that you're concerned. You've been dealing with a sense of loss, but that you are on the right path. Now, why Lovers? Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. And Bird perched, waiting for news, a package, a letter. Okay. So, you are waiting for some kind of news. This could be, from somebody that you're estranged from, that you were in a relationship with. Or separated from, I should say. I don't know why I said estranged, but, something here about hidden secrets. Now, could be something you did that you kept from your partner. Could be something they did that they kept from you. But I do see that this news could convey something to that effect. Alright, why House? Vase, secret admirer. And Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay. So, Vase and secret admirer. With that, I always think of Satyabisha and Anuradha, the mythology behind that. Basically, 3 gods got into a threesome. And they had babies through each guy's semen landing in a vase. Sorry to be graphic. Okay. Anyways, love triangles and affairs. Especially with disappointment in some affair. There may be some news about a hidden affair that you didn't know about here. For those of you that know there is a chance that something like that could have taken place, that's being highlighted for you. For those that don't know, I guess I revealed that. And like I said, things are going to be very difficult in relationships beginning of this year. Somebody needed to hear that. For that person or those people who did, hopefully things improve for you. Like I said, I see either healing from a relationship or starting a new relationship towards the end of the year. Okay. But yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.